Okay, right now we're at this, where are we at?
Tolteca.
Tolteca.
Used to be a tortilla place.
Okay.
And then they started doing food, and then they outgrew the place and bought this supermarket. It's a Mexican restaurant in a supermarket. So get ready for this.
Interesting. Let's
You're gonna
go.
love
Let's
this.
go. I'm hungry.
Yeah. It's going to be all together.
Whoa, all together.
We're going to be on the internet.
We're gonna play this thing called. We're gonna play credit card roulette.
Oh, what just happened there? What just happened there?
I put down the plastic.
I am getting treated.
This is how it works.
You don't tell them you're getting treated until they finish the order. That's the biggest key. I think
You owe
Gale's
me.
never
I
been
come
to,
to
to
you.
lunch with Bill Wu.
I come to
Let me
Bill
finish
Wu.
my order. I'll take one of everything on the menu, and the rest of it take. Gale, what just happened? Your card just got denied?
Yeah, denied.
Gale Banks.
Oh, we think it's based on Mastercard. Sorry about that.
Wait a minute. I have another one.
Gale has used 3 cards to pay for it. You know, I just put $10 on each card. I think that might work. Well, so. Ceviche. Hopefully, your intestines is working all right. You think it's gonna mess with your bowel movements?
The ceviche?
Yeah, it's not gonna make you
regular.
It's not gonna make you regular. I know it makes me regular. All right, we're here chowing down. We got Gale showing me all his iPhones, all the dirty pictures he has on his phones.
Dirty car
Look
pictures.
at he has dirty car pictures.
Unwashed cars.
This is a true car nut gearhead guy. He only carries. He only has pictures
That's
of
a picture
of a car. Let's see here. Can you see that somehow? He has car porn. This is called car porn. When you're eating lunch with a
and
legend,
showing each other car pictures.
car pics, and
getting off on it. I mean, it's wrong.
talking about lubing or
It's sick and
you know,
wrong.
It's great. And look, he got a big salad. Look at that. Look at that big. Look at that big salad.
Here it comes.
What would you call that? Would you call that a
That's
Hemi?
a tostada.
Is that a Hemi?
No, it's a big,
like-
but it's a big block.
It's a big block.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was coming back from Tampa. I've been testing boats.
Carol Shelby.
Yeah. I was flying back from Tampa, landed in Dallas Fort Worth. Shelby gets on the plane. I asked the guy next to me, and he sat with me. So we sat together all the way to LA. He's telling me about these prize bulls that he's raising, and they're sick, and he doesn't know what the hell it is. And Texas A&M is working on the problem, and all the way to LA, we never talked cars. We just talked about cattle.
Did you eat them?
I hope so. Not the prize bulls. But
Have you ever tried Kobe beef?
I love Kobe beef.
Wagyu beef?
Yeah, how about Kobe hamburgers? You know,
That's great. So,
you know, any beef that has, you know, a masseuse every day
drinks beer
and drinks beer, yeah.
with classical music.
Yeah, it's really, now you're there. I didn't even know that part. Yeah. They need to be eaten. That's,
Yeah.
I belong to PETA.
Okay.
People eating tasty animals.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, I think I need to
That's-
belong to PETA too.
I made a lot of enemies with that just now.
Well, you'll have one supporter right here.
All right.
That's me.
There's a lot of what's happening now is that there used to be a lot of old guys I admired.
Yeah.
There's not many of them left because now I'm the old guy, which is kind of a weird deal because I don't feel like the old guy. You know, when you're into cars and you get to hang with young guys like you guys, it brings you socially into what's happening now. Now,
Uh-huh. Besides the Viagra part, right?
you know, I tried Viagra, but it didn't change anything.
Just give you a headache?
Yeah. No headache. just got real rosy cheeks and nothing.
Was it an off-brand Viagra?
Yeah, I got it out of Canada.
Yeah.
You can get the mail order, yeah. On the internet, planning his show that day. Last I checked, he had 17 writers, and Jay, of course, is the ultimate writer. Everything that goes on the show goes past Jay, of course, and then they do a run-through. But he is the most up-to-date on what's happening in the world. He reads everything and then builds it into the
Monologue for
current.
the night.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I sold my first engine in 58. August of 58. August the 16th of 1958.
Oh.
Exactly.
It's like when you lost your virginity, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sold your first engine.
Yeah.
I can. It's a special day.
A special day, and it was a special build in that Studebaker had done Indy engines in the early 50s.
Okay.
That were double overhead cam V8s based on a Studebaker iron block. A guy named George Sally down in Whittier, who was an Indy crew chief, had a set of the heads and the front magnesium timing case and the oil sump and the whole Indy engine, which I bought for $125. I mowed a lot of lawns to earn the $125. Anyhow, I built the damn thing. I was going to put it in a 53 Studi Coupe, which are very sleek. The first really aerodynamic cars. This guy, Mike Mercado, hung out in my shop. He wanted it. He wanted to put it in a 32 Plymouth 5-window coupe. He says, I inherited money. My grandmother died a month ago. I got this inheritance. I want to buy that engine and put it in my Plymouth. How much? So I just went for the moon. I said, $1,100 bucks. And he says, okay. So I did it. And that was my capital to buy some valve grinding equipment and, a boring bar to bore the cylinders and get, $1,100 bucks in 1958, you have to put in perspective. My dad was an LA cop and he was making $395 a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old were you then?
16.
16. Gale Banks is a natural, making tons of money. At 16,
Well,
that was his first engine.
That was the first one. I don't borrow money. That's how I've ran my business for 56 years. I don't borrow money.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The funny thing is if I find that engine, I could probably sell it back to you for
God
about
knows
100
what.
times more than
Yeah.
that. You can probably put that in your music.
Yes.
If I find that engine, that's what is it? A 5-window what? Studebaker?
No, it was a
Plymouth. Okay, if I find that
You've heard a
5-window
32 Ford coupe. This is a 32 Plymouth.
It sounds like a Tyrannosaurus Rex to me. So
Yeah.
it's so.
It was a hot rod at the time. That was there's still guys building 32 Ford.
Can you describe the car?
Two-doors,
Can you describe the
roadsters.
car for me? If there's someone out there that has this vehicle with your
It
original,
looks like an old car.
is there anything on this motor that was signature to you that you would be able to identify?
I built the intake manifold. I built a
Custom made.
Yeah, I built a sheet aluminum intake manifold.
Did you weld?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, with two Cadillac 4-barrel carburetors.
What would you think? What would you buy that thing back for? What was it worth sentimentally to you?
Easily $100,000.
$100,000. You hear that, guys? All your treasure
Find
hunters
my
out there,
Studebaker.
find that original Studebaker motor or whatever. $100,000. That's the
Yes.
first Gale Banks motor custom thing. And you know what? I think you can add another zero there. I think you'd pay $1 million for it.
Cream-colored Rolls Royce pulls in, and this dude gets out wearing that mink coat.
I knew that was coming.
How did you know?
I knew that was coming.
It's Eric Estrada. I'm
Yeah.
going, whoa! I'd never seen anything quite like that. He was the star on Chips, and he's had a good career. He does an awful lot of Spanish TV.
Gale Banks starred in Chips when he was younger.
I didn't star. No.
Made his
I
career
had,
in
I
Chips.
had roles. Yeah. back in the day.
Who's racing a mink coat?
All right, Gil. How was the dinner? How was that lunch? Was that
Great lunch.
a lunch dinner thing here? Exiting here. That was a great meeting.
What else was doing in here? This is how you get them?
Long tubes, real long tubes, for motorhomes.
Oh,
So I tune them to the torque peak.
that's a flange.
And all the way down to like 5/16ths. Show the guys around a little more. Okay. And I gotta go get my.
What could be possibly in all these boxes? Wow. Wow. That's a lot of parts and bins that goes on. Yes, you can see behind me is the parts warehouse. Bins and bins and bins and bins. Hello?
The stock is 113 and this is 178. The wheels.
There's companies out there saying that they have bolt-ons, changing the injectors, tuning the computers from 6.5, giving it 185 extra horsepowers. With that, what do you think of that?
I think it would embarrass the engine. I don't think you'd have a 6.5 anymore. It's good and reliable with about another 75 horsepower, and you have to do that correctly. Secondly, do these guys own a dyno? Because I think they're dreaming the numbers. The stock turbo, it's not even good for 190 horsepower. It's an antique. So if you're going to modify the engine, you need to intercool it. You need to put a modern turbocharger on it that's controlled with a boost regulator called a wastegate instead of a blow-off valve on the turbine pressure. It's in the background. You hear an engine dyno running. We dynoed not only the engine on out of the vehicle, we dynoed the vehicle, and we measure the cylinder pressure in cylinder while we're running the engine, and we calculate the heat release. I mean, we've run them on JP8, we've run them on DF2, we've had never a head gasket, nothing's broken, and we're adding 70 horsepower, we're 260 horsepower. It's safe, it's reliable, and it's honest. We're not making up the numbers. We're not assuming if we put a bunch of fuel in that it's going to make the power. What we found with what we bought and tested from these guys that we're talking about is they put the engine on kill. That's what we call in racing, if you're not getting the speed or you're not getting the elapsed time and you want to win the last round of the Winter Nationals, you might put your engine on kill to try to beat the guy who knows what he's doing. And you end up kicking rods out, and he ends up winning the race. We don't put engines on kill, especially an engine that's supposed to last for 100,000 miles. So our customers are in the military. You don't want to fail them. They've got to go do the mission and come home. So we're taking something developed for the military that's incredibly reliable and offering it to the public.
phones confirm that.
Here, let me give you some light.
That's the color scheme of your GT there?
Here's my GT right here. It's this one.
How many miles do you have on it now?
Oh, probably 3,700. That's it. Yeah. I take it out like New Year's morning or Christmas morning.
1,000 miles a year.
Yeah.
But I do
You
enjoy
get
polishing
it.
them and staring at them in the garage.
Oh, this is his PETA.
Oh, well, that's another one.
That's your PETA thing you were telling me about.
Yeah.
No,
I have T-shirts too.
PETA sauce.
I love your artwork.
Well, hey, thank you very much, Gale. Thank you for 8 hours of touring
It's
of
been a pleasure.
in the food and
We
feeding
had a
us.
good day today.
We had a good day,
Yeah.
and we're tired. I'm ready for some ice cream, and then Gale's ready to buy everybody drinks at his Hollywood meeting.
Yeah, Musso and Frank's, here I come.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
See ya.
All right, that was it. We spent 8 hours at Banks Engineering. Wow, what a day. Tired. It was great. Learned a lot. Made some contacts. Met a nice guy.